Brothers and sisters, what's going on? All right. The thirst for power. They're the last links. And, you know, the greatest fear that these inorganic white people have, these inorganic beings, is awakening the original beings, the black and Hispanic people taking over, the so-called black and Hispanic people. We have to learn that our weapons, and we can fight in the physical. We can fight in the physical. And it's been proven time after time after time that the physical battles that we will exert upon these inorganic beings literally will put them in a complete state of disarray. I mean, they will be fucked up. All right, that's why they have this whole thing. You talk about it all the time. Want to put us in a sleep state. That's one thing we talk about, is how they want to put us in a sleep state, how they fight so hard to make sure that we don't awaken. They'll use so many different parameters dealing with us as the original beings. Is they're still seeking for power. We're letting them know, hey, you ain't got shit. The energy's rising in our realm. It's rising at an astronomical rate. What is it, April 25th now? And around this time, we're supposed to be looking at hot weather. You know, 9 times out of 10. Why even with the Detroit area in the last few nights? And oh yeah, there's a freeze warning in effect. The temperature is rising so high from the energy in the planet. The temperature is rising so high that they're turning their systems on to make it cold. All right? Tell you all this. We can out technology, though. Seriously. It's all about our mindset. That's what it's all about. It's a mindset. It's been proven time over time after time. It's been proven. We don't have to prove ourselves by anyone but ourselves. But these beings are continually doing as they please. And we got to shut them down. That's why we talked about early on going deep within yourself. Meditation, technology. Because when they came here, what were you all about? Technology. The original physicist, the original chemist, the original botanist, this is who we were. This is just who we were. And they worked so hard over these past calendar years of this Gregorian calendar. They worked so hard to bring us as the original beings into this state of absolute sleep. They worked hard to bring us in this absolute sleep. They worked so hard. And they talked about all this stuff in the industries. Industries are nothing but businesses, corporations, education industry, the music industry, all the different industries that they created. So we would go back into this level of power when we began to create things on our high scale. That's what put them in a state of fear. Just like when we talked about Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. We talked about this before, and it's because they didn't attack Tulsa because the brothers and sisters had money. They didn't attack them. brothers and sisters had technology. Yes, they had technology, and they knew how to create the technology. And we were dynamic in the technology. Yes, we were dynamic in the technology. There was nothing that they could do to dampen what we had. There's nothing to dampen do what we had. So they fought against us. They bombed us. That's the Gap Band's for. When you drop a bomb on me, you're burning me up. That's what that song's for. It's Tulsa, Oklahoma. We had technology, so we had technology. And with knowledge comes an extremely thick level of power, of knowledge. And they want all the power. That's why they try to play the role like they have so much knowledge. In reality, they only regurgitating what we already had. I told you all, it was early on in the days. I'm starting to talk about scientific stuff and what happened. These beings, these Saxon beings, they come in because my words wasn't patented or registered. They use my same exact words in a lot of their videos because they know that knowledge is power, and they know that you have a certain level of knowledge, that power will exert from your bodies. Henceforth you see them rocking, they're talking to you and they shaking. Why? They're trying to gain this knowledge, but their bodies wasn't designed for it. That energy, the analogy is energy. It's true power. And what happens? That energy is bouncing around them because it has nothing to link into. It doesn't have any uranium or plutonium. It doesn't have any zinc. It doesn't have the mercury to link into. Their bodies are not designed for that. Yet still they try to play the role as if they are the most powerful. And we continue to allow them, these white people, to do such things. We continue to allow them to do this shit to us. You all understand that. We have a whole enemy, these white people, brothers and sisters, and these Muslims and Jews. They want power. Power is knowledge. This is why I try to get to so many brothers and sisters in the city of Erie. That's why I try to get the information to the city of Erie, to the brothers and sisters. Some of them are stuck on stupid, some of this religion. Oh, God is this and God is that. You got the Hebrew Israelites and the atheists running around with the tassels. You can't tell them shit. And the atheists, they think they know everything. They think they know real science. You think these Saxon given science and Yahushua is almighty. This atheism bullshit. These white people don't have any power, but Yahuwah got the power. Yahweh got the power. Yeah. But these white people have no knowledge. How are they going to teach us anything? The greatest knowledge itself is when you start understanding the physics that are all around you. The same physics within you. The chemistry that's all around you is the same chemistry that's within your body. The technology, the natural technology that's all around you is the same technology that's within you, the same greatest levels of knowledge you can gain. This is real power. This is absolute power. This is going beyond what they imagine as power, because we have a whole enemy, brothers and sisters, who fighting. They're fighting day and night, trying to figure out how to get back on top. Because right now they're on top. They're not on top. We're on top. Each one of you, and I see a lot of your comments, each one of you have got to regain the true power, which is the knowledge of everything. The knowledge of everything. That's why I say if you need to open up a fucking book. If you can't go into meditation and getting certain information in your meditation on technology and all kind of other things, open up a book. Because this, you got to understand, the most powerful thing you can ever have is knowledge. They got them brothers and sisters locked up in a prison cell, and they tried to suppress the level of energy from these brothers by putting them periodically. The brothers and sisters are periodically putting them in what you call solitary confinement. That's a dark cage where they have no contact or connection with anyone else, especially brothers and sisters who are spreading real knowledge. Henceforth, the brother that I told you about here in Michigan, where he had awakened so many brothers and sisters, and he was on that whole other knowledge that they had to ban him from the prison system because, yeah, the knowledge that he had was true power. And it was true power. And they were afraid of this power because he was going to have the other brothers be on that same level of power, which means that they were going to tap into a higher power. He was all in the power level of just giving them knowledge. They're going into meditation, tapping into that inner energy. Henceforth, the prison system, which is designed to suck the energy in the life from the brothers and sisters, well, it was backfiring on them, so they had to ban him from the prison system because his power was too great for the system. When you start gaining certain levels of knowledge, and you're talking about, you going into this right here, talking some Bay and El Bay, nah, we ain't no Moors, we ain't no Moorish and all this bullshit, we ain't no African Americans, we ain't no Latinos, Latinas, we ain't no Africans. No, we're Atlanteans, we're primordial deities. Primordial deities don't need a moniker, because that's all these different things. African American, Latina, that's a moniker. It's just a nickname. A Moor is a moniker. A black person is a moniker. That's a nickname that's given to you. All right? Nigga is a moniker. It's a nickname. See, as we as primordial deities, we don't need monikers. Hispanic, it's a moniker. M-I-K-E-R, if you want to look it up. We don't need monikers. We need to be who we're supposed to be. And that's why we talked about so greatly, so divinely one day about finding yourself, finding your real name. Got everyone want to be Osiris. Everyone want to be Anubis. Everyone want to be Horus. Everyone want to be, who else? Isis. Everyone want to be the same person, because they put that person in a place, they put that ancient being in a place of power. You got to understand, each one of us has our own names. And because you have your own name, when you figure out your own name, that's where your source of power comes from. That's where your source of energy comes from. You call upon your name. That's power in your name. Because that ancient name is connected to that ancient body that you're in. And that ancient body that you're in, and that ancient body that you're working in has the ancient power. But that ancient power is activated by knowledge. That ancient power is activated by knowledge. That's where that ancient power is activated by. It's not activated by how many crystals you have on you. It's not activated by how much weed you smoke. It's not how much metal you have on you. Ancient power is activated by knowledge. Not how much weed you smoke. Not how many crystals. You start going to the knowledge of the sun. How's the moon actually operate? And we're talking about real knowledge. We're not talking about, oh, the moon is a base for reptilians and draconians, and they got satellites, and the moon is a soul reaper. The moon will suck your soul up. Brothers said, you understand the reason why we keep coming back to this realm, or coming back to this planet, all the different realms of this planet? Because we are created by the planet. That's why you keep coming back. Ain't got nothing to do with no moon, nigga. ain't got nothing to do with no moon, nigga. The moon's charge up your spirit and your soul. The sun charges up your body. You understand that? That's how they work. Electricity charges up the physical portion. The magnetism charges up the spiritual portion, the portion that you can't see. The sun is for our bodies. The moon is for our spirit and soul. You start getting into these different levels of knowledge and technology. This is when you start getting in the power. You start overstanding, understanding, understanding, outerstanding what your position is in this cosmos. This is why I told brothers and sisters, hey, what are you doing? You got those who are in the botany. You got those that are in the geology. Let's talk about how we used to gene splice. We used to create new plants. Yes, we had the knowledge of nature. So we knew which plants could be mated with another plant. When we did gene splicing, we created some of the powerful fruits and vegetables ever known for our bodies. Yes, we did a lot of gene splicing with plants. Yes, plants. That was power. Because we did that in order to allow us to come into a higher level of power. When you say, oh yeah, this plant right here is a hybrid. This plant is mixed with this, and this. It wasn't these Saxons that did it. It was not. They didn't do that. A lot of the stuff had been here for a long time. We have already did the gene splicing. We had already did the gene splicing. We had already go into that deep part of say, okay, I'm going to take this seed right here. I'm going to splice this seed right here. And there's a certain way you got to splice this seed. And I'm going to fuse it with this seed. Now you got the masculine part of one seed. And the one seed connected to the feminine part of another seed. Because the seeds themselves have a masculine and a feminine side. A seed is just not a seed. One side is masculine, one side is feminine. You understand that? But a seed in the ground, what happens to it? The masculine part sends energy to the feminine part, and the feminine part then pushes out the root. And then you can actually, when you start seeing that root, you can split that seed in half and see where the side of the root's coming from. You say what's masculine and feminine. See, this is knowledge. This is where real power comes from. Knowledge, the know-how, the trees that grow and the water that flow. Why is the water constantly flowing the way it's flowing? The moon. The moon controls the water. You understand that? The moon was not in the sky, then the waters did not flow. Understand that? If the moon was not in the sky, the water would not flow. So it's the moon that's literally causing the water to flow. And water that's stagnant, that has no motion, that's when you start having diseases and all kind of other things. All kind of bacteria get into the water, and it's no good. Understand that. Knowledge is real power, brothers and sisters. These white people are first for power. They actually think we can do this right here, and we can spray the sky and block the sun out, and we could stop them, these black people, they can cause them to kill each other. They want us to kill each other. It's a Hunger Game. We can stop this and stop that. We can get them to kill each other. We can offer them a whole bunch of money that we created, knowing the money has no power, knowing the money is dying. But in the meantime, we continue to do what we do, which is a way of survival. So they trying to use our lower mindset as their state of survival to get us to kill each other, these white people. You got to extend your mindset. You got to extend your level of knowledge, increase the power within you, because you're the most powerful, brothers and sisters. We're the Aryan race. They have a thirst for power, and they do everything they possibly can to survive, because the system they create is dying, because we have awakened. As we begin to awaken and getting the knowledge of so much attaining right here. I'm only talking about a little bit of knowledge. Brothers and sisters, knowledge is so fucking vast, it's impossible for you to contain it all. It's impossible. It's impossible. You involved in one state to the next state. I have evolved in this physical form. I have transcended into the next level of power without dying, to the point where I can talk to those who have already passed away, and we can have full-fledged communication. Yes, understand that? This is what knowledge does for you. Go into your state of meditation. I'm seeking the knowledge of the ancient. I'm seeking the knowledge of those who come before me. I'm seeking the knowledge that I may grow and I may become the ancient power of this modern day world. You understand that? You go into your state of meditation. You start going and tapping this energy. And this energy is nothing but knowledge that's coming to you. And then what happens a lot of time, your body wants to sleep because it got all this energy with knowledge. It starts to process it and it's sleeping. You start getting information, what's placed into you, because all this knowledge is nothing but frequencies. These beings can't stop as much as you want to spray the sky and do this and do this. You want to take advantage of that. I say, you know what? I'm going to link into all this stuff they spray in the sky, and I'm going to cause it to generate more powerful energy within me. So the frequencies for my power in my body and my band, I went upside and held my hands in the sky, and all that aluminum and that barium and all put up there. It's all natural. They get it from the planet. And I linked into it. And I say I tap into this substance created to block the sun, to create a greater power within me. And I tapped into it. At one point, the energy was so freaking heavy. I felt it in my hand. It felt like someone literally took a hot rod and pushed it through the palm of my hand. The energy was so fucking hot. I mean, if I could have looked at it through the right type of technology, it would have showed a glowing energy within inside of my hand. This is where you understand these white people, your enemies can't stop you. You got a real enemy, these white people, they're spraying in the sky because they're scared. They know they're going to die. They're scared of this change. And they want us to be all equal and gaining knowledge. How do I offset this bullshit? You go into your state of meditation. How to reduce a high level of aluminum in the atmosphere. How to reduce a high level of barium in the atmosphere. You got to start studying them. You go in the study point. Wow, I found it. And then you go in your deeper state and then you say, I'm seeking for knowledge on how to make this project that I'm working on to operate properly. You seek for the knowledge. The knowledge. Brothers and sisters looking for so much knowledge. Brothers and sisters looking for so much knowledge. The grass has knowledge. The dirt has knowledge because it's part of the earth. See, knowledge is power. Knowledge is everything. When I did those sigils, I was seeking for the knowledge of how to do this and that, and I made a device I put inside that sigil. I sought for how to make that device. And I was given this, you got to cut the wood this way, you got to design this way, you got to do it this way, and then it's done. Now I just got to put the pattern in the solar panel until it can hook properly. Knowledge, what you talk about, the new knowledge and the proper things that work, that's real power. These beings have a thirst for power. We have a thirst for power. That's why they're constantly trying to create new technology, because they have a thirst for power, which means they're going to different levels of knowledge when it wasn't meant for them. What happens to many of them? They die, or either they have to clone themselves so that clone can get certain knowledge. They create an artificial intelligence robot, so that robot, they can put the information in the robots because their bodies can't hold the information our bodies can. All this energy is knowledge. We've got crystals, we've got 375 rare crystals and minerals which are designed to hold these absolutely powerful different levels of knowledge. Vast levels of knowledge. Yes, this is what our true power is. I'm going to keep telling you guys, I'm going to keep talking about it right here. I talk about it periodically. That's what true knowledge and true power is, brothers and sisters, all right? That's all about I got for right now. We're going to talk about this a little later. But this is what true knowledge and power come from. Us going deeper within ourselves and find this energy, find this power. Going deep within yourself, and you'll be like, wow. You'll be amazed at what you learn and what you get. The more knowledge you gain, the more power. That's why that one they called Jesus Christ said, take ye forth the water of life. What is the water of life? Knowledge. Knowledge is the water of life. It cleanses your soul. It washes you. Real knowledge. We're not talking about you got that guy talk about, oh, you going in the Vegeta realm. There's no Vegeta. Somebody was talking about the Vegeta realm. Vegeta was literally created by the Japanese. Vegeta is short for vegetable. And you look at Goku, his name was Kakarot. What's Kakarot? Kakarot is literally meant carrot. We're talking about real fucking knowledge. Ancient shit. Shit that for some people be like, wow, where'd you get this from? And this is where a lot of brothers be like, where'd you get this knowledge from? And I'd be like, I go into meditation. Well, you don't go to school for this? No, nigga. Hell nah. Yeah, you didn't go to school for this. You didn't read any books and you study. So I'm still trying to figure out how you do this, because you just don't get this type of knowledge without going into a book. And I was telling the brothers, I go into meditation and I tap into the ancient energies. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. I don't understand. How do you do this? There's some brothers that literally just don't understand the whole thing of meditation, tapping into ancient energies and getting this vast amount of knowledge that baffles them, because they've been so indoctrinated thinking everything you need to get is from the school and books and money. See what I'm saying? Get all the knowledge you can get, brothers and sisters. This is where your true power is, and these beings are thirsty for power. I catch you guys later. All power to the multi-chakra, celestial, angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. Remember, chaos is everything, brothers and sisters. Get all the knowledge you can get, because this is where your true power is. Much power to you all.